playing right
The
now.
game we're done with this game.
What is it called?
This game is called Pee Wee Herman's Secret Word.
No. What is it called?
Racco.
Ah!
Sup everyone, I'm Adam Wick, creator of Galatoon, and you're watching Dice Squad. Team Instinct forever.
Hey, Dice Squad fans, how's it going? This is Dice Squad. I am Marshall Dice, also as Adam Campbell.
General Dice, Todd Evangelista.
And this is Dice Squad, the only show where we just came back from Origins.
Yep.
And
that's
guess
only
what?
Us, the only two who went.
That's right. And guess what? This time, no game of Monopoly.
Right. We're back, and we're filming, and we're not on hiatus.
And we're not talking about Monopoly.
Not talking about Monopoly. I might mention it occasionally, but there you go.
But, General, we just been back from Origins Game Fair 2019.
Right.
It flew by.
Yep. That's true.
And it was one crazy of a convention.
That's right. And just spoiler alert, in my opinion, it was one of the best run Origins that I've ever seen.
Get out of here.
That bar was set very low. They could have been running over people with cars, and I would still have said, oh, the best yet.
Well, I almost got ran over.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. There was some interesting automobile maneuvers.
But
when we were there.
I gotta agree with you, General. This year's Origins was phenomenal.
Right.
Registration was top notch. They had moved it from their original position all the way over into the new area.
Yeah. It was.
I was so.
Yeah, and it was fast.
It was fast. That's what I was looking for.
We
fast.
We got in the line. We were right. You remember that time when we went in the line, and 2 hours later we were still in the same line? Yeah, not this time. We went in.
We went cranking them out.
Hand the paper, scan the paper. Okay, get in that line and get your site books, and off you go, and coupon book, and there you have it. But so that was much nicer. I'll tell you what else. We worked with Boar's Head Games. Boar's Head Games has been there for 15 years, something like that. This is the first year where they gave us a dedicated spot for Boar's Head Games.
That is
if
also
you
correct.
wanted to come to Boar's Head Games, now the role-playing games were a little different, but at least they kept the role-playing games close to us. They were in a hallway, which wasn't that great, but it could have been better. Also, if you're going to have people role-playing, don't have sword fights right next to it.
It adds to the dramatic.
Clang, clang, clang! I can't hear you. Clang! That's what it was like.
What?
Clang!
What?
So that's what it was like. But also, there was the door. The doors were right next to them, too. The doors out of the building were right there. So it could have been better. You know, a couple of dividers might have worked out pretty well. But they used the space quite well, I thought, this year. It was almost
this year they
impossible.
had the same layout from last year, where the dealer's hall was in the center,
right,
and both areas of play of miniatures, card games, collectibles, everything was on either side of the convention itself.
But what I thought was good was this year in Hall C. Were we in Hall C? No, we were in Hall A.
Yes.
In Hall A was where the Boar's Head Games, all of us were. Last year, we bounced from C to A to C to A, and people would go to the wrong hall and try and find us. This year, boom, and let me just say, Hall A rules, Hall C drools. And because I went over to Hall C to play a game, and I said to you and I said to Jack, I'm going to be right there. Neither of you could find me. And all that happened was the table where I was, we moved 20 feet. And it was just, I trying to find the original place was impossible too. That Hall C was just like a maze in there. Couldn't find anything. But Hall A was really good. There were, we played that one card game, and just by walking around, we saw, oh, demo, here you go, boom. And I learned how to play Go.
Really?
Yeah, there was this really smart guy named Alex. I saw he had the Go board set up, and he had the pots with the white stones and the black stones. Yeah.
Did you win?
And you know what got him into Go?
Huh.
Hikuro no Go.
Ah, I know that anime.
Yeah. So, and I said, I've read I didn't see the anime. I've read the manga because I don't like the anime. I only like the manga. And also when he put the stones down, he gripped it like this and put them down like that.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I know, it was so cool. But he taught me how to play.
And did he beat you?
Well, he gave me 4 stones on him, so
He gave you a handicap.
Yeah, and he could have easily beaten me, but it was a teaching game. So we were going, he was going, well, see, I made a mistake there. Can you spot it? And I'm like, well, kinda, I think here. And he's like, yes, but how? And then, it was a teaching game. So, and I said, so let's go back. And then we went back and forth a few times, and I kind of learned the game that way. I could almost play the game on a computer, but I don't think so. But it was really nice because he got into the philosophy of it, and it was a very, very interesting conversation. So that was good. What'd you do that was so great?
Well, this year I did a number of things.
Mm-hmm.
I did not work Origins.
Right. Except you did volunteer for Boar's Head Games, and so
did
I.
But that was actually fun. I ran some events.
Right.
I had a 12-person Red Dragon Inn tournament, which was amazing.
And you almost knew the rules.
I did.
And I got you those. I went to my car. It was only a half mile to my car, and then half mile back, of course.
Yeah, it's good.
And
I
got the coins for you. And since you didn't show up till 5 minutes before your game, you didn't even know that I got those coins for you.
I was there a half an hour early there, General.
I was there a half an hour early. Didn't see you.
Maybe in the wrong area.
Nope. Because that's where I put my coins down, and then had to go through and give the coins out. Also, you didn't have we had prizes for every single thing. What was the prize for the Red Dragon Inn that you ran?
Well,
a dragon head mug. It was really cool. And also beer mugs too. So, and then I ran Red Dragon Inn the day before, and you had 12, I think I had 8. Anyways, I had 8 or 9, whatever. And gave out a bunch of beer mugs too. So, and a dragon's head mug. Yeah, see? He didn't even know that he was supposed to give those out. And I was trying to help him, but he doesn't like that. So, what else you run? I remember. Maybe you do too.
Fireball Island.
Fireball Island, that's right.
Which this year they were demoing their brand new expansion of Fireball Island because I picked up actually all the other expansions I was missing from Fireball Island. But this year they were talking about, and actually going to be appearing at Gen Con, is their expansion, their second part of the island that deals with spiders and catapult. It's really, really cool.
Oh, wow.
But I was able to pick up the Last Adventurer expansion with a giant boulder and the 5th player expansion.
And
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Bees. Which is not a parody of another movie. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen that?
Yes, I have.
Yes, you have. Okay. Get a Crouching Tiger.
Yeah. I prefer Akira Kurosawa, though.
Where you actually fill Volkar's head with bees instead. It's actually a tiger.
Hey, real bees? That would be an insane
And
game.
I also picked up the detailed painted figures.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
yeah. I wonder, let me see these. Because, I wonder, well, these are small. I wonder if we could make... They're humorous. I wonder if, we're going to try and do a painting video for you folks sometime. And maybe we could do something like that and maybe figure something about that size. And we do, we do something to add to it.
But the coolest purchase I have acquired in my arsenal for next year is this bag. This bag that I told you that is the coolest bag because not only is it big, not only is it you're able to carry it like a backpack, not only can you store a lot of games in it, guess how much it was?
I'm going to guess $100.
No. $20.
$20.
$20.
That's
Get out of here.
That's half a hoodie.
And it's BoardGameTables.com. We are not sponsored by them, but
maybe we could be.
We could be, but this is a really cool
Call
bag.
us. What? Yeah, that's
This
cool.
is a really cool bag.
Yeah, and it has wheels. Oh wait, it doesn't have wheels.
It doesn't, but I bet you
So-
on their website they may have one that has wheels.
Oh, maybe.
But they were $20 for this bag. Could not go wrong with it.
Yeah, but I didn't get one. Anyhow, so I said I wouldn't store my.
And
game.
I also got this really cool deck building game. I won it in a contest like last hour of the game, last hour of the convention.
Right.
So we've played Schoolgirl RPG.
Barbarossa.
This is Barbarossa. It's about the Cold War, I believe, with anime girls.
Yeah. Who wouldn't like to fight the Cold War with anime girls? Maybe our next Schoolgirl RPG. That's part of it.
Maybe, General, maybe.
There we go.
And maybe my next therapy session will be about that too.
Well, there you go.
Who knows?
I want to mention that these are the same guys who make the creepy Maid game. So that's so good. I love that game.
Well,
but
to be honest, I mean, it was.
Felicia Day's #1 game.
Well, to be honest, the story behind this, it's actually an interesting story. It was the last hour of the convention, and they had a contest, and you had to just sign up for their newsletter, and you got on the contest.
Wow.
And I happened to just, as a wise person once told me, half a life is showing up, the other half is participating.
Yeah.
And I can tell you with honesty here, General, as this will be my almost 7th year.
Winning something.
7th year. Well, yeah, yes. But
because you won that.
sometimes
You won
just
that.
got to participate.
Yeah,
and you win.
That was good. Who'd you win it from? Is it from the?
They just called my ticket number and I won.
I know, but is it the people who make this deck building game? Let me see. It says Rascal. Oh wait, that's in Japanese.
It's Arclight Games.
Arclight Games. Was that who it was?
I know. Kamikaze Game, or it's some.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember this year. I didn't see that they had a presence. In past, they've had booth babes and stuff, and it was pretty good. But so this year you got this one.
For
so
free.
excellent.
And also, I did True Dungeon once again. I did not. I repeat, not work it.
Right. But you
went
had all.
through it.
But you had all the stuff to do it.
I did, and actually,
What?
on certainty next year, I'll be able to turn all of my monster bits that I've been collecting for the last 4 years for my new blue chip. I'm going to show you next year.
Also on Sunday, we want to mention a milestone for you. It was the first year that you stayed longer than me.
Get out of here.
I know. I was so sick. I was so sick that I got there at 11 o'clock on Sunday, and I even missed like the people I was supposed to meet. They were already in the building. They had already done the dealers hall, everything. And so I went to the meeting for Boar's Head Games at Max and Irma's or wherever we went, and we had talked about a successful con. And then I helped them put their stuff in their car, and then I just said, I can't do anymore. I'm out of here. And I walked back to my car. Guess what I forgot to do? At 2 o'clock.
Pay your hotel bill.
No, I always pay a hotel bill. 2 o'clock is the last chance for you to turn in
Your
generics.
Oh, General.
I have $10 of souvenirs
that are probably not returnable.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. They're souvenirs, and maybe next year. Who knows? Maybe if you see me at the con next year, I'll be selling generic tickets $2 a piece, maybe even $1.50. I'll cut the price for you.
But General, I gotta tell you, with Origins this year, with all the positivities, with all the stuff that we have, you know, because every year we go, we have fun. It's
Right.
a fun convention to go.
But that's the thing too, is we have fun in spite of the con. Usually the con gets in its own way. They're always, this year, like for instance, I once asked a guy who worked for Gamma, I said, what do you think is the major problem with Origins? And what he said, you would never in a million years guess. It was space utilization. I said, you could ask 100 people at this con what the problem with Origins is. Not one of them would say space utilization.
Well, this year, I felt...
But I did good with space utilization this year.
I felt this year, even it was a great con.
Right.
I felt this year, and maybe it's because of Gen Con, I don't know. I felt like many of the big booths weren't making a big, like in past years, many booths were big and dramatic.
Yeah.
I felt this year that everyone kind of took a step back and was like more like low key. Did you feel that?
Definitely. In past, they had not displays, but they had people working the crowd. They had people, trying to get excitement. Like, for instance, on Sunday, one group would maybe do an auction.
Right. Well, I talked to those guys.
Yeah. And I didn't really find any of that, but I didn't miss it either because I went, I saw stuff. Everything I did, I liked the little guy. So, for instance, I got a game and I demoed it it was the guys right across from where we were at Boar's Head, and I demoed it. The person who invented the game, his dad showed me how to play it. I said, I'll buy it. And they were like, we can't sell it here. You have to go through Cool Stuff Inc. And Cool Stuff Inc. I thought they had a pretty big presence. And almost everybody in that con got a Cool Stuff Inc. bag. So anyways, I went to Cool Stuff Inc., bought the thing, and we'll demo it here on our show. They already had a successful Kickstarter for it, and I thought it was good. It was a D&D type game. You have 8 characters, you choose 4, and then you have random monsters and locations pop up. And when you get 3 locations, you add up the numbers, and that adds up to a boss monster, and you fight the boss monster. And then if you win, that's the thing. But as you beat each monster, you can get treasure and et cetera, et cetera. So I thought it was quite good for a kind of a solo game. And with the 2 of us, you take 2, I take 2 characters. So I thought that was quite good. But if you're looking to do Origins or to maybe promote a game that you have, that might be the way for you to go. You can't sell anything if you do a club. If you're a club and you're just demoing the games that you have, I don't really think you have to pay any money. I think you just have to volunteer to give so many hours of demos each day.
That's correct.
Because even our friends with the octagons that rotate, and it's a tower defense game. I think we demoed it on the show. But anyways, they work for NASA, and then they made their own game. They were there, and they had a giant-sized version of their game, and they were giving out little foam monsters to kids and stuff. So it was pretty cute. But that's the way to go, because then you can say, okay, we can't sell you the game, but these people over in the dealer's hall are going to be selling the game for us. And I know also our friend Larry Wickman, who does Roswell 51, which we have reviewed on the game. He was there with his wife, and his wife would man the booth, and then he would go over and demo his new Kickstarter, Innsmouth, which is coming up, I think, July 17th on Kickstarter. So, that's a good thing, too. If you've got a Kickstarter coming up, check out Origins. The only thing is I think it's pretty expensive to get. We were going to look into having a Dice Squad booth, and it's like $1,000 for a booth, and I think for Gen Con it's $1,000. So, that's pretty harsh to say. It's not, well, we're the same, but we're 1/10 the size. The good part about it, though, is you do get a lot of face-to-face time with the customers.
Yes.
So
I also was able to see our good friends at Brotherwise Games. They were talking about Boss Monster 3.
Oh yeah, did you get your free card for
I did.
For Call to Adventure?
I also stopped by the Slugfest Games booth.
And I talked to them about Unearth and Call to Adventure.
You mean Brotherwise Games, not Slugfest.
You said Slugfest. I said Brotherwise. Okay.
Either.
Sure.
And we also ran.
I did talk to the Slugfest guys too.
We also did talk to. I talked to our good buddy Andy Hop.
Yeah, Andy Hop. Shout out to you. Also, a lot of fans from Norway were there. Shout out to you, Norway.
Good old Norway.
Good.
But all in all, Origins.
I want to thank all the people who came by and said hi, and General Dice recognized me. This year it was 0, but in the past there was 1.
Well, hopefully
One
next
person,
year we'll be back as press, and we'll be right here covering all the hot games for Origins next year, 2020. Can you believe that?
2020. Did you get your die?
I
Your free
did get my die.
I got a free die this year, so I have a die from 2000 to 2019, except for 2018. I didn't get the die last year. They ran out before I could get one. How about your glass? Did you get your glass from Barley's?
I did.
I did not. I did not make it over there. You know what I was doing the North Market, but I did not do Barley's. Barley's, when you go there, it's very good, and you get your glass. But it's very crowded because that's 10,000, 12,000 people going to get a glass, to get a pint glass there, which is etched and really nice.
Here is Origins 2020. We'll see you there. We'll be there as press to cover all types of board and card games to bring you all the action from next year. But from all of us at Dice Squad, this is Marshall Dice, also known as Adam Campbell.
I'm asking you a riddle. What is a dark elf's weapon?
And that's General Dice, also known as Todd Evangelista.
General Dice, Todd Evangelista.
And we're saying we'll see you in 2020, Origins.
2020. Be there or not.
Be square.
What's a
Coming up
dark elf's
next year-
weapon there? What's a dark elf's weapon there, Marshall?
Next year,